There's the culprits there.
Uh-oh.
The Very and the Bill.
It's all his fault.
They've been telling me that for 43 years.
Well, you got to practice up.
They were telling you the truth, I tell you.
That way when you get pulled over, you practice your story. It's a beautiful day.
I was looking at your truck.
Uh-oh.
Dented.
Yeah. I'm going to go to all this trouble. I want a real motor. Besides, I've never gotten to, you know, I'm always just putting them together to move them along, you know. In a hurry, slam, bam, thank you, ma'am, away they go. This one, I'm going to go ahead and go all the way through it, put all the new goodies in it. Just once in my life, I want to have a brand new 283. Even if it is, you know, 50-some years old. Let's see, 64, what would that make it? 36, 56, 57 years old.
I like the custom.
Oh, the rack?
Yeah.
Well, it's because when you pull the lifters out to check them, if you don't put them back in the same hole, then they don't match the lobes on your cam. So you want to keep track of them. Lifter caddy. Used to have a block of styrofoam I used around here. It works real good because you make the holes tight and shove them down in there.
Oh, yeah.
This one's kind of loose and wobbly, but it works. Well, there's one side, and that tells me I got to replace the cam. It's okay, we want a new cam again. I'm already replacing everything else. I might as well. Just the fact that the lifters are stuck in there that hard kind of tells you that probably going to have to replace it. See, this one here, the one I got. Oh, they're sticking now, but they slid right in and out. This is a real low mileage 283, but the kid rolled it out of the garage and let it freeze.
Oh,
Cracked
so,
the blocks.
I've seen that one, yeah.
Yeah. So, almost brand new block, all new parts, but once you
Drain
load-
your water or put antifreeze
Yeah.
in it or it'll look like that.
You know, it is actually repairable. I've done it before. That's why it's sitting in here, is I refuse to throw it away
Because they already poured it into the block shape. It's got all the little tubes and stuff.
well, this is a 62 283.
Okay.
And it's, I forget what board, 10 thousandths over or something when we checked it. And it's got a high lift cam in it. It was in some guy's like 32 Ford custom little thing, and then he passed away and his kid rolled it out of the garage to make room to park his car in there, and came out and all the water and oil was running off down the driveway. So he threw it away, and I gladly hauled it away for him. Oh, there we go. It worked. Wish I'd done this before I got so shaky.
That's life.
That's life.
That's the human factor. It adds the realism and the reality, you know?
That's right.
You didn't have a cement floor in your shop until you were 50. So this was the goat pen when I was growing up. No building, no slab.
No, there was the shed part of it back there.
That's true.
Where we kept the feed and did the milking and stuff. I just improved the roof a little, you know. Yeah, and they want you to use this like a slide hammer, but that just seems so very crude. You know? Yeah, I tried it a couple times and went, no, I think I'll just kind of work them out of the whole thing.
Yeah.
First, I'll probably find out that by doing this, I'm screwing up the ways or something. But they're just carboned in there. Just use it. WD-40 and a little patience.
Yep, meanwhile, the truck is no longer right here. It's out here. We're low. It's such a small.
Go for a ride.
Yeah.
He stood on it, steered, and worked the brakes, and I rolled it.
Oh,
We got the first ride on the truck.
that's awesome. Yeah, it's as small as my gray truck. It's about the same length. That's crazy. Yeah, it's ready to hit the street.
Yeah, as soon as I get the motor bolted in, I'll just throw a piece of plywood there to sit on with a bucket.
Bucket, plywood, a roll bar.
And then I can cruise it and see if I have to do anything to the suspension. I think I got it where it belongs. Only some of the lifters wore out. I can tell you why. You look at that sludge in the valley, that's somebody that didn't change their oil or ran several different kinds of oil in it. Sludged her up, wore everything out. If they'd have kept it clean, I probably wouldn't need to do all this.
That one's smooth.
Yeah, see now this one, I'd run that one again. It's no dish on it at all. So
Yeah.
how does two of these end up being okay and the other one's totally wasted? That looks to me, well, but they're hydraulic lifters. How do you screw up a valve adjustment on hydraulic lifters enough to do that? Like that other motor where they just slip right out. First indication that I needed to
Oh, yeah.
check the cam out. See the wiggle on the keyway on the drive gear?
Yeah.
Not good.
That's where it starts, though. It's a good before.
Yeah. If the cam was good, I'd have been tempted to just throw a gasket set in it and put it back together.
Right. No, it's saying, oh, just like the truck, you gotta take me down to the bones.
That's right. Hi. I'll be curious to see if I get any comments on my engine stand.
Yeah. No, that is a nice setup.
Well, it's an old wine barrel mover. I just adapted it so I can roll motors around.
And hold the mounts perfect and everything.
Yeah, well, see, when I got the motor, first thing I did was bolt it on here and had it all set up so I could start it and run it and check the oil pressure and compression and
Right.
all that. And it had really good compression, decent oil pressure, but then like a damn fool, I decided to pull the heads to see what it looked like inside.
Yeah, well, there's your can of
So
worms.
so begins the journey, you know. Okay, it's what I feared. I'm surprised it has that good compression, but the cylinders just look beautiful. All that grit and the oil polished them, real nice.
You can do it sometimes, a peanut butter finish. I see you got all your brake lines on there and everything.
Oh yeah, well, I went through my collection of running boards and found two I could straighten out
Oh, yeah.
without having to paint or anything.
Oh, collection of running boards. It's nice to have. Wow. Yeah, I was looking at just everything shiny. Did you do all the bending, or does it come like that as a kit?
Oh,
I don't know these things.
It comes pre-bent and it's pretty close, but I did go buy a new 1/4-inch tubing bender to make it actually work. So I don't know what they were trying to match. They only have sets for a 1/2 ton, and this is a 1 ton, so it's a little different. But yeah, no, it'll be fine. Well, and the other reason I drug out that spare block is I can use it to start getting the mounts ready. All 283 blocks, so I can.
But you need to know exactly where
Yeah.
the spots are where you're going to hold the motor to the thing.
Yeah, and since I might put an automatic in it. I'm still trying to talk myself into putting an automatic in it so it's easy to drive. But that means all different mounts, different drive shaft, different linkage, yada yada yada, you know.
So
Right-
stay
right
tuned
now
on
it's-
this one, because this could go any direction on this project. It's a real project.
No,
you
no,
know?
I'm not putting a big block in. I'm putting the 283 in. But every time I drive that truck, I go, man, this is easy. You just pull a little lever and step on the pedal.
That's why I like them. When you're doing other things off-road and stuff too, it really helps with
Yeah.
you know, you have less to think about.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I drove clutch for a long time. My other little pickup was a clutch, and I did enjoy owning the choice of power, you know?
Yeah. Well, and I hear now they have 3 speeds for these that have a synchroed first gear. Well, but then you don't have granny gear.
Well, it's already
Climbing
modernizing. As you put the 283 in here, we'll
Right.
be able to have heaters and everything, right? Because there's tubes for heaters.
Right. And I got a brand new wiring harness, and it's set up for 12 volt, and it's set up to have a radio and a heater and electric wipers and all that kind of fun stuff.
Hey,
It'd
that's
be the first truck or first vehicle I've ever owned with a heater and defroster. I don't have to have my coffee can with a candle on it on the floorboard.
that's how I grew up going to school. I
Yeah.
remember we had to light the candles so that we could see on our way.
Yeah, light the candle before you get the kids dressed and eat
Yeah.
them breakfast. By the time you get them out there, all the ice is melted off. Good to go.
That's after we lit the wood stove, because there wasn't a day where I woke up where the wood stove wasn't going, and we didn't have central heating.
Yeah,
So
not large volume.
I love the drive shaft holder.
Yeah, well, you know, otherwise it's
Perfect.
bouncing around in the dirt.
That way, see, you ever need to hold your drive shaft up, just rip out the extension cord and strap it back up under there.
Yeah, well, it's like the emergency brake. I got all the stuff out of the other truck to hook it up, but it's gonna have to move over to this side to work on a 4-speed transmission, synchro 4-speed, because I'm putting it up on the.
That's such a massive, that's the brake.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, and the way it was set up was with a foot pedal, and I hate those because if you ever lose your brakes and you got to drive long distance with a foot pedal, it's just almost impossible.
Look at what this is the brake. It comes back here, it moves this entire rod. Look how big that is. And then that moves both of these, which just straight manual to the tire.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
That's why I like this kind. And then if you have it hooked up to the floor lever, then you can just drive it like you got brakes. You know?
Wow. Wow.
I drove one truck for almost 2 years with no hydraulic brakes. Just don't go too fast.
Right? Faster than you can stop with your Flintstone stick.
You gotta reach over and pull the lever, you know, and then let go.
Yeah,
take
put your
off.
feet down through the bottom of the car and drag them, so you don't. That'll work.
You never know. Yeah, getting closer.
It's an update from the major truck resurrection and the farm in the background.
It's not that I'm getting old. It's you know, used to take me 4 or 5 months. Now they're usually 2 years, sometimes 3 years. I'm down to doing it for fun now.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you all on the next time.
Yeah.
And he'll be here tinkering away.
Yep. When I'm not out questing,
Yeah.
I'm here busting knuckles.
Yeah, and there's a garden in the background too. Remember, he's.
In case I get bored. Oh, Lordy.